Welcome to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop. And today I'm here with a review of a movie that came out, a couple months ago in limited release, which of course meant it wasn't coming anywhere around me. So that means I had to wait until it came onto home media to check it out. Well, the time has come. It's now on DVD and Blu-ray, and it stars one of my favorite actresses, Aubrey Plaza, which of course many of you know. She's one of my girls. But interestingly enough, if you've been watching the A-List Review for a while and have watched my reviews of a lot of her movies, you'll know I've only really given a positive review to one or two. Well, will this be a game changer in itself? Will this finally be another positive review for an Aubrey Plaza film? We're gonna find out because, ladies and gentlemen, my review of the 2017 comedy The Little Hours, coming up now. Taking place in 1347's medieval Italy, a convent of nuns are very interested in the handsome young new groundskeeper Masetto. Masetto, a former servant, had been having an affair with the lady of the house and ran away from the estate after he was caught by her husband. The father of the convent brings Masetto in, but comes up with the story that he's a deaf mute for his own protection from the nuns, who forced the former worker to quit after berating him, and they have a pack mentality. Masetto catches the eye of Sister Alessandra, but a couple of the sisters have their own plans for the farm boy. So what did I think of The Little Hours? I thought it's a middling comedy. The film is a very loose adaptation of one chapter in Boccaccio's The Decameron. The movie is essentially a one-joke affair where the sisters in the 1300s swear and speak like our current millennials right here in the United States. If that doesn't sound funny or appeal to you, save yourself 90 minutes and turn on something else. The comedy misses and even falls flat more than the couples of times it actually hits. I only found myself letting out a couple of chuckles throughout the entire runtime. The Little Hours is certainly raunchy in its attempt to shock audiences, with the nuns behaving badly, and can even get surprisingly violent at times. We see the sisters screaming and even assaulting the former gardener, getting drunk on the wine, exploring their sexuality with a little nun-on-nun action, and spying on each other as they think one of the sisters is up to no good. The sisters throwing themselves at the farm boy gives us a very familiar love story thrown in, tension between the nuns, and in the middle of all these bizarre happenings going on, leaves us with one of the most awkward sex scenes I've seen in recent memory. In about the last 20 minutes or so, the movie completely fizzles out, and when I thought things were just about wrapping up, we see the sisters go on a rescue mission, giving us a strange ending. The film really lacks direction and focus, kind of having an identity crisis of what it wants to be between a comedy, sort of like Monty Python, a period love story, or a late-night Cinemax movie. It feels more like a series of sketches than an actual film, and might have worked better as a Funny or Die skit. Also, while it's only an hour and a half, it's a very slow-moving film, and even tedious experience. The cast is full of smart, funny actors that do their best with what they have to work with, including Alison Brie as Alessandra, the young and innocent nun who's only at the convent to please her father until she can find him a suitor to wed, Dave Franco as Masetto, the servant who begins working at the convent and becomes the sexual craving of the sisters, Aubrey Plaza as Fernanda, the sarcastic and mean-spirited nun who begins exploring a number of frowned-upon extracurricular activities, Kate Micucci as Generva, Fernanda's best friend and fellow nun who tends to snitch on the other sisters, as well as John C. Reilly as Father Tommaso, the preacher of the convent who gives Masetto the job, Molly Shannon as Sister Maria, the mentor to the young nuns, and Fred Armisen, who's a highlight of the film, as the bishop who shows up and is horrified by what's going on at the convent. The Little Hours is an odd and underwhelming comedy that looks like the cast had a better time making than I had watching. I'm gonna give it the rating of meh. You know, it's okay. Well, I'm sure it will change when I review Ingrid Goes West, which I can't wait to see. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/Westside515. Like the show on Facebook, Facebook.com/WestTrueBaylist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter and the Instagram @WestAlist. Until next time, Troop out.